Think Progress put together a list of the top 5 gender role fails. And what they mean by that is examples where a school tries to enforce gender roles in a ridiculous way. So some of these we've covered separately on the show, but I think it's worth a mention because it shows you a particular mindset that I think is troubling in the country. So first of all, a senior in North Carolina was just kicked out of her prom because she wore jeans. The school said that she was violating a dress code, but it turned out there actually was no dress code. They just made it up. And they punished her for going slightly against the grain and doing something a little bit different. But that scared the school. It scared everybody. It scared the powers that be. And they said, you know what? Fuck you. Go home. It's a really gross display of trying to force gender stereotypes on people. Then there's also a 14-year-old boy who was punished for wearing makeup. He's an 8th grader. His name is Chris Martin. He decided to wear eyeliner, eyeshadow, and lipstick to his last day of school. But administrators told him that he needed to wash the makeup off because it would be distracting to other students. See, it's stuff like this that really pisses me off because, like, so what? Who cares, man? The guy wants to wear makeup. Like, what the fuck's the big problem? What's the big deal? You know? Like, I have to be honest, every once in a while when I'm on air here, like, if I have an obvious blemish, like a red dot on my face or something, I'll take a little bit of cover up, dot it right over the top of that, and that way I don't look like I have a pizza face when I'm on air, and then it eventually goes on YouTube where a few thousand people see it. You know? And I'm unashamed to say that, man. I'm unashamed to say that. In fact, when I was in high school, I had some pretty wicked acne. So I would oftentimes, man, I would throw some cover up on it. I would, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. And look, don't get me wrong. Am I the kind of guy who would want to throw on eyeliner and eyeshadow and lipstick? No. In fact, I just flat out wouldn't do that. But I don't think that I should take away if other guys want to do that. By all means, man, go right ahead. There's a whole like new male makeup industry. I think, what is it? It's in South Korea, I think it is. It's in one of, like, there's one Asian country where it's like a big thing. Like, guys are always, they care deeply now about their looks, and they wear makeup, and they have like a whole, like, they're into fashion and stuff like that. And, like, I'm not judging you, whatever, man, that's fine. You're not hurting anybody, and if you want to do it, go right ahead. And the idea that, like, a school, an authority figure, can say, no, we're not going to allow you to do that because some fucking assholes might be bullies. Well, isn't the idea, obviously, that you should be correcting the bullies in that scenario? Like, if the bullies act up and they start making fun of this kid, isn't this an opportunity for you to punish them and say, now you're going to learn a lesson about tolerance, you dipshits. Now you're going to learn that not everybody's got to be exactly like your punk ass because you're kind of boring. But of course, you know, we still have that Puritan mindset. There's a male role and a female role mindset, and it manifests itself in gross acts like this. Also, this one we covered. An 8th grade girl was told to leave her Christian school because she's not girly looking enough. I love that one because that's just totally made up. Like what? In the biblical days, women were, you know, had shaved armpits and shaved vaginas, and they had their hair in a perm. Like, no, they didn't. Why are you trying to say, oh, the Bible says you have to be very feminine? No, you made that up. That's a gender role bullshit. Then there's also an 8th grader in Kansas who was suspended for wearing a purse. School officials said it's against the dress code. It was a guy wearing a purse. It wasn't against the dress code. They also just made that up. And then finally, you have a 9-year-old boy who was banned from bringing his My Little Pony bag to school. That happened multiple times, actually. In one case, there was a poor kid who actually tried to commit suicide because he was being bullied because the kids at school didn't like his My Little Pony bag. And, I mean, I guess the whole point of even discussing this and bringing it up in the first place is that we need to try to get through to people that the real manly position, the real macho position, the real position that we should enforce is a tolerant position, Like, don't get me wrong, man, I'm not going, like, uber liberal. All I'm saying is, if you are in a position of power, if you are an administrator at a school, or you're an official at a school, err on the side of freedom. Err on the side of, it is what it is. Just, Just let it rock. No big deal. Oh, you're dressing slightly different. Oh, you're doing something that's slightly out of the gender norm. Whatever. And then again, if a problem arises, you punish the kids who are bullying. You punish the people who are mocking or, acting like, oh, you're so crazy for doing that. Because guess what? Like we discussed on the show the other day, and there were a lot of great facts that we pointed out in the course of making the argument. Gender roles are largely bullshit. They are. Like the idea that pink is a girl color, blue is a boy color. Totally made up. It used to be the opposite. The idea high heels, they're just totally exclusively female things. Except they started because soldiers used to wear them for riding horseback because it was easier for them to get a grip while they're doing archery when they had heels on. And they were originally masculine, and only men were allowed to wear them. And now it's all purely a woman thing. So all these things we view as gender roles, purse, makeup, this, that, it's like, it's largely made up anyway. So for you to try to enforce it like it's some sort of law of nature that you're right by trying to put your ideas on other people, no, you're just a douche if you do that. It's that simple. You're just an asshole, and an uneducated asshole at that.